So for these first two, we're just going to write out the A value and circle up or down. So you have A, B, and C. A is whatever's with the x squared. B is whatever coefficient is with the x. C is your leftover number. So which one of those is A? Well, just 4. It's just the number. Like A is 4, B is 3, C is -9. Just goes A, B, C. Now, if it's positive, your parabola, do you remember that word parabola from a week ago? Parabola, it sounds like a disease. It's going to face up if it's positive. It's going to look like this. You don't have to draw a picture if you don't want to. I'm just illustrating it for you. All right. Looking at this next one, what's your A number?
-7.
-7. Now, since that's negative, it's going to be down, and your parabola would face like this. That's all that it is. Positive means up, like a smiley face. Negative means down, like a frowny face. We all together here? All right. We're going to use this picture to answer all these questions. The vertex is the center point. That's this one right here. So count over. I think that's 4.
-9.
-9. Perfect. It has to be something, comma, something. So 4, comma, -9. Your vertex is that center point. X-intercepts, there are 2 of them. One is right here and one is right here. Again, it has to be something, comma, something. The first one is what? 1, 0. Good job. Perfect. And 7, 0. Good job. Just using the picture to answer the question. All right. Y-intercept is up here. It's where it touches the y-axis. So 0, comma, 7. Good job. You kind of just need to know the vocabulary and know where to look on the graph because all these points are right there. Now, domain. I know it looks like these arrows are pointing up, and they are. But do you understand that it's going to go off the paper and down the hallway and forever and ever? The way we write all reals is that XER. It stands for element. It's X is an element of the reals, but it just means real numbers. Every real number you can think of, it means everything, right? So domain is X, range is Y. Range is not going to be everything, though. Just watch me point to this. What Y number is this stopping at? Good, -9. Do you want everything above -9 or both above? So greater than or equal to -9. Sorry, my negative ran into my 9. If it was facing the other way, you would have less than or equal to. Okay? Now, these say state the solutions. It's not hard. We're going to type it in the calculator, all right? But you have to know what that means, and it is your x-intercept. They're also called zeros, all right? So we're going to type it in and click on our x-axis. Let me go make sure I have my calculator up, which I don't, so hold on a second. Stop talking. If you're talking, you're not listening. Now, I'm going to share this, and I need for you guys to just watch, all right? The first one. Oh, do you see how it's -x²? What direction is it going to be facing? Negative. Down. Thank you. All right, -x² minus 3x plus 10. Look at that. See how it's facing downwards? All right. Now I'm going to click right there and right there. So your answers are what? -5 and 2. Now, if they call them solutions, you can actually just write the number, or if you want to write comma 0, that's fine. But I'll take just the numbers for this. Now, this one, you have one extra step of work, and I'll tell you because I remember this from last year. This was the most commonly missed question on the quiz because people did not slide it over. It has to equal 0. We're going to have to add over the 16 to get it all on one side. Do you see what I did there? It's not hard. I just added 16, but you have to do that so that it's all together. I'm going to hand you a quiz that looks remarkably like this next time. You're going to need to pay attention. We're not learning anything new. We're just reviewing what we did last time. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here and type this in. What was it? X². Oh, which direction is it going to face now? Up, because positive. 10x plus 16. Boom, there we go. And I'm going to click on the x-intercepts right there and right there. -8 and -2. All you got to do. Click on the x-intercepts. Now here, we're gonna draw some graphs ourselves. I am not here to grade your art skills. I just need some of the points to be in the right spot. All right, so for this one, solutions means your x-intercept. So you're gonna put a point at -3, 0, which is right there, and then 7, 0. So -3 and 7. Do you see how I did that? I just took my solutions. That means your x-intercepts, those go right there. And then the vertex, which is the center, is at 2, -4. So 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, -4. Literally just connect them, and it should be a parabola, which means a U shape. Okay? All you have to do is connect them and make it be a U shape. So like that. All right, next one. I was pausing for questions. Are you guys okay? Are we all good? All right. So for this one, x-intercepts are 2, 0, and 8, 0. So you're going to plot those right there. Then your vertex is 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6 is right there. Now, when you connect these, which direction is it facing? Down, good. It's a U shape facing downwards. But I shouldn't hear any talking right now. I give you plenty of talk breaks. I shouldn't hear talking or singing or humming or any of those things, okay? Now for this last one, solutions are none. That means it should not touch the x-axis at all. And our vertex is 2, -3. So you're going to plot 2, -3. Now it's going to be a U shape. If I don't want to touch the x-axis, you're not allowed to go through here. Does it need to face up or down? Down. You cannot go through the x-axis, so it's going to have to face down. You want no solutions. Before we flip over, and I need to not hear talking. This after I'm just here. Everybody over here is quiet. Everybody here's like humming, talking, singing. You're still not even listening to me. So now we're going to do that backwards and state the factors. When you state factors, you should have 2 parentheses like this. Listen. So look at your first x-intercept. Where is it? Good. -1. Thank you. Where's the other one? 3. Now, when you do your factors, you're going to have x in there, but it is opposite. It is going to be x plus 1. And the reason why is, if you understand why, it will make more sense to you. -1 plus 1 equals 0. So what is this one going to be for the 3? Good, because 3 minus 3 is 0. Good. All right, let's try that again. Draw your 2 parentheses. Where is this first 0 or x-intercept? That one's at 3. Stop talking. And then this one is at 6. Good job. No. We're going to have x minus 6 and x minus 3. I was going to put them in the other order, but it doesn't actually matter. All right. Last one of these. You can draw your 2 parentheses. Where is the first one? Good. -3. Good. And then the other one is at 0. So what will it be for the -3? It'll be x plus 3. Now you can write x minus 0 if you want, but it is just x. X minus 0 just is x. But if you wrote -0, I'm fine with that. Okay? Hold on, there's a question and I need for there to be no talking. Go ahead. Well, you're always using the x-intercepts. We use the x-intercepts for all of them.
do the x plus 1, it would be just -1.
Yeah, we did for the -1, it's x plus 1. For the 3, it was x minus 3. For the -3, it was x plus 3. Like we did the same thing for all of them. It has to equal 0. Let me finish these and then we'll have more of a conversation so I can figure out better what you're questioning. All right, these last two. This is where the bulk of the points are because this is where you're going to do the most steps. Look at the first one. Does it equal 0? Yeah. Great. We're ready to just set up our X box. What number goes on? Because it says factoring, and this is your factoring. On the top, -35, 2 goes on the bottom. Don't worry about the negative. Just come up with some numbers that multiply to be 35. Yep. Good. 7 and 5 is what it's going to be. Now you're going to decide which one gets the negative. In order to get a 2, good, because 7 minus 5 is 2. So draw your 2 parentheses. It's x plus 7, x minus 5. And we've done that before. You just have one extra step where you're going to state the answers. So what makes this 0? Hint, it's opposite. -7, good job. Sorry, my negative looked a little weird. Because -7 plus 7 is 0. And then this one is 5. Because 5 minus 5 is 0. All right, last one. Does this one equal 0? Remember the last time I said that the number of the day is 0, everything is 0? This doesn't equal 0. So the first step is subtract over the 15. So it's going to look like that. If you don't do that first, you're completely stuck for the rest of the problem. Now you're going to draw your X box. This one's a little trickier, although you guys did really well with it. -15 is not what goes up top because you have this 2 out front. Good. -30. Fantastic. And then 7 goes on the bottom. Don't worry about that it's negative. Just what are some numbers that multiply to be 30? 5 and 6 is one of them. 10 and 3. It's going to be 10 and 3. Good. Now decide what gets the negative. Good, because 10 minus 3 is 7. Now you are so smart. You just got to listen to me. Now you're going to take both those numbers and divide them by 2. So you're going to put 10 over 2 and -3 over 2. Now this one doesn't reduce, so that's just done. I heard you say this one over here, it's 5 over 1. Good job. So hold on a second. Let me get everybody there. We finally have quiet here, so this is good. So this will be start with the denominator. 1x plus 5. Good. And then this one, good. Now this one, I hope you could just do in your head like we've been doing. What's going to make this one 0? -5, good. But this one, you may need to work out. If you take your 2x minus 3 and set it equal to 0, and you're going to solve this just like you did that quiz that I gave you at the beginning, what would you do to both sides? Yeah, plus 3. I like the kind words. Good job. Divide by 2. So 3 over 2. Or you could put that in the calculator and write 1.5, up to you. It means the same thing, okay?